Hello and welcome back to the RPG Academy podcast, Twitch channel, and YouTube stream, or Twitch stream and YouTube channel, one or the other. Michael here again, going to play some more Final Fantasy, the original. This is my third session, so I have just recently rescued the princess, defeated Garland, got the bridge created. Sorry. So I was able to get across and further explore, and I made it to the second town. And basically, all I did was save it, so that's kind of where I'm at. Wow, my phone is blowing up. So the thing here is I'm just going to be grinding for a little while. So I'm hoping that someone might join and want to chat about something, talk about video games, movies, obviously role playing games, because this maybe be kind of a boring session. I don't know. So the first thing you got to do when you get to this town, other than save it, is there's a bunch of pirates causing some trouble. So if you take them out, you are rewarded with their ship, which opens up sea travel and lets you travel around and get to new places. So kind of the secret, if there is one, to winning this fight is the sleep spell. The pirates are well, there's 9 of them every time. So even there's no randomization there. There's always 9, and they're not super tough, but 9 of them, especially at low levels, can generally take you out if you're not careful. But they're generally susceptible to the sleep spell. Looking at that, it looks like maybe 50%. But that should slow them down enough. I don't know why my phone's blowing up. Enough that I can take them out with the rest of my guys here. So, and then hopefully the fog spell will help. Oh, well, did actually mean to do the sleep spell again. I meant to switch it up to lightning and take one of them out. Yeah, that was probably worth it then. It affected most of them. The ones that didn't, I think, were mostly already asleep. So today is February 26th, which for me is a pretty important day because that means we are exactly 1 month away from both the launch of the Catacon Kickstarter, which Catacon is the game convention that I'm the lead organizer for. And we run a Kickstarter every year to help raise our initial funds to cover the convention center rental and some other upfront expenses and make sure we have enough money that we're not going to go too far in the hole if we hold the event. Last year's Kickstarter was crazy successful, so we're hoping this year is as good, if not maybe even better. But it goes live on March 26th at 3 p.m. Eastern. All right, so defeat the pirates. Yay. So now if I talk to the pirate here, he's going to be like, "Oh, you got me. Take my ship." So we out-pirated the pirate. And the 26th is also the day that I'll be driving up to Michigan for our annual faculty retreat. So this is another thing that we started doing. I think this is our 3rd year, maybe the 4th year, where we head up to Michigan for a weekend of gaming. All the podcasting people, some people that were part of the now defunct network that I organized for a while, and just some friends of the show and friends we've made over the history of doing our show, and anybody who's a VIP of a Catacon the year prior can also come. So it's amazing. It's a great time. If you like gaming, I really can't encourage you enough to find a way to do like a weekend getaway with just you and your family, your friends, whoever is your gaming group. It's remarkable. All right. So these are kind of like pirates, the Kazoku. I guess they're worth a lot of money. I think it's 120 gold each, so it's one of the easiest ways to make money early is if you can defeat them. So I'm going to try really hard to actually win this fight and not have to run away. I don't think they're susceptible to sleep, so I'm just going to try the lightning spell. Generally, lightning works well against creatures you find in the water environments. Whew, yeah, 18 in one hit, that's not good. And of course, Cap misses, so that's not good. Okay, so let's try that again. Let's fog Hulk this time. Let's try our second lightning spell and see if we can at least get one of these off the board, which will drastically reduce the number of attacks coming at me. There we go. So that means I have to have somewhere in the neighborhood of 50 hit points, because I think I did 20 something and then 30 something. So between 30 and 60. Alrighty, so I'm actually going to... Come on, Cap. Oh, come on, Cap, you're killing me. Oh, no, that's not good. Yay, okay. So I've got half of them taken down. So this time we're going to just let her... Nope, drink. That's the one I'm looking for. I have a healing potion. I think I'm out of magic. So hopefully... Wow, 18. Nice. Loki coming in strong. There we go. Okay. So if oh no. What do I do? What do I do? See, normally I would just run away here and go back and heal her up, but I'm so close to getting a big payday. But you know, I'm gonna stick true to my guns. I really don't like having my characters having different experience points levels. I like them to all level up at the same time. Oh, that is so frustrating though. And much like how the inn in each town goes up, so does the cost of resurrection. So this actually might be based on level. I don't remember. I just know it gets expensive the further you go. Alrighty. Well, one thing I did do, which was kind of silly, is this town has second level magic shops, and I do have second level spell slots. So let's see. Oh, 400. Oh, good. Can't even afford it. Okay. So we're going to do this the other way around. So I need to rest again because I need to get Wanda's hit points back to maximum. Then I'm going to go out and hit the ocean again, do some more grinding. And then once I have enough money, I can come back and get a couple of these second level spells. The second level spells in this game are not good. They're some of the worst in the game. And a lot of times I don't even bother getting them. But if I get maybe like one of for each, depending on which ones I get for it, it can, you know, give me a little more firepower. If nothing else, even if it's only as effective as a first level spell, if I can get a couple more, you know, attacks in with my black mage, that would be helpful. All right, so these folks are usually not as as difficult as those Kazuku, however you want to say that. So let's see if I can take them out. Now, I try not to get too far out into the ocean, obviously, because there's a chance you can get more random attacks. And if I get too far away from a town and I get into an attack, I may not be able to survive to get back, even if I do win a fight. But the other town, when I came from, it's much cheaper to rest there. Oh, I didn't take out any of them? That's unfortunate. So sometimes I will take the risk and sail over that way, and to kind of use it as the home base. So while I'm just floating around in the ocean trying to get into some fights I can win, I'm closer to the cheaper port, so I can go in and rest up for a little bit more. And over time, it'll, you know, result in some gold savings. Man, this is not going well. Gotta be careful. There's no undo here. I did not want to do that again. And now Loki's close to death. So I apologize, Foxblade, or sorry, the Foxblade. I didn't see your message earlier where I have my image on the screen there. It was covering the top part of the message. Yeah, I probably should have stayed and fought, but I just have this weird thing about keeping my folks together. It's just the idiosyncrasy of myself. If Loki gets killed here, then I'm definitely going to regret that. Oh, come on. So I'm going to have Loki drink one of the healing potions. And I should have reordered them as well because Wanda should be up higher. But thanks for watching for as long as you do. I had someone I was talking to yesterday for quite a while, and at the end I kind of gave them the hard sell for sticking around and watching other things. And I learned that they actually already followed me because of the RPG stuff that I do, and just, they were just hanging out for the comic book portion because it was kind of silly. So I just asked, do you already follow us and the RPG stuff, or did you just happen to see I was playing Final Fantasy and decided to jump in? Let's reorder. So my goal here is just to do some. Oh, come on, please. Oh, this could, fingers crossed, work out. If I can get one of these, it's still worth money. Oh, well, thank you for following us. There we go. Now you're on the screen. Oh, all right. I'm going to pause this just for a second because apparently, there we go. Now the text is on the screen. Very good. Well, thanks for following us. I really appreciate it. I have been wanting to start streaming some other stuff for a long time, but if you follow me on Twitter too, you probably also know that my internet here is atrocious. I did a speed test just before I jumped on, and my download was actually like 180, which is really good. I'm super happy with that. No complaints whatsoever. My upload speed was a blistering 7, and that's better than it has been in a long time. That's what's kind of encouraged me to try this these streams, because ideally I want to get back to doing detentions. Are you familiar with our detention show, the underscore Foxblade? Very cool. Well, hopefully you like them. A lot of people seemed to. It was one of our more popular shows, at least for a while. And to be honest, it's one of the easier shows for us to do because we just bring on a ghost. A ghost. That would be cool if we bring on a ghost. Bring on a guest, and we just kind of let things go where they go. So I'm very sad that we haven't been able to do them in a long time. But fingers crossed, we're going to try pretty soon. We're going to try another live detention. I'm a little worried that the internet speed might sustain like a morning stream when there's not a lot of other people on it, maybe, and that maybe at night it won't. Well, we're gonna try it, see what happens. But our other thought is we're gonna try to find someone else to basically take over the hosting duties, and maybe me be the co-host when I can, but not required to be there because most of the people in the faculty, their internet's good because they don't live in the sticks. But you said you're a bigger fan of faculty meetings. That actually makes me feel good. As much as I love detentions, faculty meetings / table topics / was it dungeon talk. That's where everything started. So I still enjoy doing those as well. I just sometimes I feel like we're repeating ourselves so much. So I wonder if the people who have been around for a long time, are they getting anything from it? But if you enjoy it, thanks. It's awesome. All right, so a shark has 120 hit points, does a lot of damage. I might die here. We'll see what's going on. So Loki came in strong with 40 something, so I'm over 70, so I need about 50 more. If I can get lucky and not get another attack on Wanda or Loki, I might be able to survive this. There we go. That should do it. Dun, 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 dun. Don't do that. 66 gold. Not bad. All right, so now let's go get another spell that will help me survive these fights a little bit better. So, are you a fan of Final Fantasy 2? Is this or Final Fantasy as well? I should say. Um, I don't, I have no idea how old you are, but is this something like you played before as a youngster, perhaps, or is this the first time you seeing this old game? I don't remember how much it cost. I don't think it cost that much to stay at the end, so I'm gonna take this chance. Actually, no, I'm not because none of those spells are worth anything. Final Fantasy Tactics. See, a lot of people talk about that game, and I'm sure it is in fact a better game than this one. But I just like this one a lot. There's just something comforting about it to me. This again, one of the first games I ever played, um, and I don't know, I really enjoyed it. Um, and I'll get all snooty for a second. There's a secret that I have figured out. Not really a secret. It's kind of like a cheat that I like to use. It doesn't come in until much later, but once I get to like level 8 or 9, I can jump levels really quickly and get me up high enough that I can then not really walk through the rest of the game, but I don't I won't have to worry so much about the dying and trying to go back to the end type of situation. Nice. Wanted to come in with 42 points and then 60. Man, come on, Cap, just hit, just hit. There we go. See, that's perfect. All four of them hit. We get what we need. Move on, and we leveled up. Awesome. So Cap's now 113 hit points. Hulk just under 100, and then Loki probably gets like 2 more. Oh no, jump to 70. That's solid. I'm happy with that. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and go back to the inn one more time. And then I'm going to try to go out to the ocean for a little bit. So, are you playing any games right now, Foxblade? Video games or board games or role playing games? Anything that you got lined up? Whew. Okay. I just leveled up. Should be good, right? I got this, right? Okay. So I'm just going to gang up on these sharks. And all right, let's try it this way. No. Probably will be overkill, but I really want to get those sharks off the board. Oh, oh, yeah, Hulk there. Just took like 80 points to the face. That's not good. So you're running Waterdeep currently. Tom was running that on the stream for a while. So I don't know if you're familiar or care about that. And Odyssey of the Dragon Lords, I think I saw that on Twitter. Isn't that like a level 1 to 20 dragon focused adventure? I'm not exactly sure I know what it is. Whew, man. Sharks come in hot. That was good. That was solid. I'm still 460 away. I think. Yeah, let's. Nice. Yeah, I was that a Kickstarter or something? Because I didn't hear anything about it, and then all of a sudden it just sort of blew up in my Twitter feed. But it was looked like it was something that was already out, so I assumed it was a Kickstarter that I just missed somehow. All right, since we got some extra dough, let's buy some extra healing potions. Gonna make you notice. So the next town that I'll go to is actually right around here, but some of the fights here can be pretty tough. I'd like to be another level or two before I start messing around there. And there's also a lot of poison creatures down there, and since I don't have poison protection just yet, I don't want to be blowing through too much gold, constantly buying pure spells or pure drinks, whatever. Cool. Well, hopefully it goes really well. I'm excited that people are running games. Do you ever homebrew anything, or do you primarily use modules, or do you like use them as a basis but still then do a lot of homebrew? Oh, this could be really good, or this could be really bad. I'm actually going to save her for her cure spells. Whew. Magic, ice. Let's see how this goes. Nice. Nice to meet you. I'm not familiar with the Tepra system. Do you mind sharing what that is? Again, frustrating. Well, looks like it worked though. Both of them fell asleep, so they both lost an attack. So all in all, wasn't terrible. Final spell. Now, if only these dudes gave as much experience as they give money, then this would have been a great encounter for me. Okay, you had me at D12s. Again, if you follow the show, you probably already heard me talk about it, but I think D12s are the best die. Oh, 600 gold, I love that. There's just something about they're the right size, the right heft. They have a good roll. And I know it probably sounds stupid, but I truly believe that D12s are the best die to roll, to the point that I'm working on a game solely because it rolls a lot of D12s. I mean, it'll never be a real thing, but I've ran it a few cons, one shots, and we have fun with it. So yeah, you know how much I like D12s. They really are the best die. Have you ever come to a Catacon? I apologize. I don't. If I know you in person, I apologize. I haven't put the Twitter handle together with or the Twitch whatever handle with your real name. So I apologize if I'm supposed to know who you are. But you ever come to a Catacon? Dog's barking. Must be the mail. Yeah, about time for the mail to run. Okay. All right. I think I'll play until I level up one more time, and then I'll probably call it for today. But that's still going to be a little while, and then it's probably several more fights. Yeah, Wyoming could definitely be a bit of a travel, though not the farthest. We've had people that come from California and as Sweden, believe it or not. But I get it's a long travel, particularly to go to Dayton. Like, who wants to go to Dayton, anyways? Um, but if you can, it's great. It's a lot of fun. Whew. So these eyeball things here are not very tough at all, but they have a paralyzing gaze that can paralyze you. So they're kind of important to take out early because otherwise you can have all of your team unable to attack and then they just get slaughtered by the Sahagin. Yep, see, Wanda's paralyzed. Luckily, I put Loki on that too, so that should be good. And if I was going to have anybody paralyzed, Wanda's my top two choices for that. So, do you go to any conventions? Do you like make it out to Gen Con or anything like that? Or are there local conventions to you in Wyoming that you get to go to? Whoops, didn't mean to do that, but it should be okay. Should be okay. All right, so I only need 140 more experience points, so I got that first 140 pretty quickly. Okay, so fairly new to the hobby. Only started playing 3 years ago, but you said you just wrapped up a 3-year campaign, so congrats on that. I have been playing for like 34 years at this point, and I've only managed to finish, I think, one campaign, actually finish it. Usually they just die. So that's awesome. So what got you into the hobby? Um, a podcast, perhaps? He says with a self assured laugh. So, all kidding aside, Catacon is awesome, of course. But if you can get to a local convention, or even one, maybe not local, but closer than Dayton from Wyoming, I highly encourage it. I think conventions are so much fun. They're eye opening for me. Really sort of changed my perspective on the whole hobby and just everything in general, and just it was an amazing experience. And again, if you listen to the show, I'm sure you've already heard me say that a Catacon only exists because I went to Gen Con and I had so much fun. I could not imagine waiting a year to do it again. So we decided to do our own. And, I'm happy that we did that, of course, but I sort of wish now we would just went to another con that was closer. But it was cool. Cool. Well, thank you for listening. I truly do mean that. It means a lot to me that anyone listens, and in particular when I get to talk to someone that does, it makes me happy. So you said faculty meetings are your favorite. Have you ever listened to any of our actual plays, like the campaigns or the trials or the field trips, anything where it's actually us playing a game? All right, only 52 away from another level, so I don't want to get too far from home base. Yeah, if you love to DM, conventions are great for that as well. Um, but again, if you're in Wyoming, I don't know what's around you, but if there's any local game stores, they probably would love for you to run games there for them. Uh, I found that it's easier to be a DM, like you're going to get players, than it is to be a player and find a DM. All right, that should do it. All right, yep. So we leveled up. So probably going to just save here and call it for now. But really, thanks seriously so much for hanging out and chatting. Makes it so much more interesting, at least for me. I don't know if anybody else that might watch this in the future will care, but it's a lot more easy for me to do this when I'm chatting with somebody. Uh, so thanks, and yeah, love to see you at a Catacon. If not, find something that's closer to you. Go out there, run some games, and then play some games you've never played before. If you've only been doing it for 3 years, then you probably have a lot of other games that you could try out that maybe would help you just have more fun or make you a better DM. I swear that I'm a much better DM now than I was, a lot because I play other games and I steal things and that kind of such. But it's a good time. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and sign off. But thank you so much for hanging out, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Probably we'll do this. My goal is like every day around this time for about a half an hour, and so hopefully we'll see you another time soon. Later. Bye.